What I have been truly impressed with coming here 2.5 years ago now is the fact that we have public and private cooperation. There is a synergy of working together, sitting down behind closed doors, having those disagreements, but stepping in front of the public and saying, here we are. This is good for everybody. Again, when you look at when I look at the renaissance of this area, it isn't one or the other. Both have been doing significant work to show that collaboration, to show those partnerships, and everybody has taken a piece of how do we add on to that. So again, when you look back in the Eau Claire area, a lot of people will signify when RCU Credit Union decided to build their corporate headquarters downtown. And that was really the pivotal point to start this whole process. And then came JAMF. Then the Chamber, Jack Kaiser, who built this building, and it was just one after the next. And it's continuing to feed off everybody. And what's nice about it is no one is trying to outdo the one before. They're trying to figure out how do we play a role in that, and what do we do extremely well, and let us do that. When you look at this area, almost during the spring through the fall, there are weekly, nightly concerts of different genre. All of them have started and are successful because they're not trying to compete with the other night. And they're in different areas of town, and they're in some different villages and cities. Everybody tries to work together to say, how do we make it better? Not, oh, they're doing one, so let's do the same thing and see if we can steal their crowd. This is an area where people truly are collaborative of what do we do together? How do we all succeed? Understanding that the tide rises all ships. We're all going to get a little bit farther. We're all going to be a little bit better if we continue this process of working together. And once you have that, it's critical to keep it. And like I said, sometimes you do have to go behind closed doors and kind of argue it out, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But when the time comes to stand in front of the community to say, this is the next thing, you stand together. And everybody has kind of, it's kind of the definition of compromise. Not everybody gets exactly what they want, but we get something we can all live with that we know is better for everybody, then we succeed. We've got another community project coming up this summer with the university, Visit Eau Claire, and the city. They're going to expand upon an event center that the university is building down on Menominee Street for a new basketball arena. They could have built what they wanted by themselves for 4,500 people. It would have been great. But they took a pause and looked to the city and Visit Eau Claire and say, would you like to partner with us? And maybe we can build something a little bit bigger. And so we're going from 4,500 or 4,100 to 5,100. We're going to be able to do more things. Again, it's that opportunity to work collaboratively with everybody. And it's unique to see. As I tell my board and remind them from time to time, this type of setting is not happening everywhere else through the state of Wisconsin or the United States. We have a unique opportunity here to say, we've got something really good, so let's protect it. Let's guard against trying to figure out who gets more press over something, but what we're doing, what we're focusing on, is it going to make the community better? And again, for us here at the Chamber, it's about our actions. How do they affect the greater footprint of the Chippewa Valley area, not just 1,200 members? Because again, when I look at workforce and we're drawing people back, a big area for us is the Twin Cities, because we know we have 15,000 UW-Eau Claire graduates in Minneapolis-St. Paul. Take your drive time, you get different numbers, but you're looking at it on average an hour and a half drive time in the morning, hour and a half drive time at night. And you maybe move 3 miles if you're lucky. So if you want to move back here, and you want to move to the Chippewa Valley area, and you want to work in downtown Eau Claire, Chippewa, Menominee, there's quite a circumference you can live in when it comes, if you nail that down to an hour. So when we draw them back, we have to be prepared. They may not live in this community. They may live in Chippewa, they may live in Menominee, but it's going to impact the Chippewa Valley. That's a good thing. Well, we need to make sure all of the townships, all of the city councils, they see that as a good thing. Because that tax base may be spread out a little bit more, but that tax base is going to have a positive impact on this valley area. And that's the way we have to look at it, is truly answer that question when it comes to economic development. What's good for one is good for the other. That has to remain at the top of this thing.